So this is awkward. I just found out that since the last OBS update, I've been recording in 720p, so everything's been blurry. Um, that's good knowledge. Let's go on with the episode, shall we? So welcome to episode 10, and I am ChasingLamely, and this is the last couple of games of the regular season, starting with Wisla Plock, our away game today. So let's have a quick look at what you've missed since the last episode. I don't think you've missed a great deal, but you know, time flies when you're having fun with this thing. So let's see what happens. Corona was the last game we played. We lost to Jagiellonia, a 2-1 loss. Joe Dudley missed a penalty. Matty Longstaff picked up a wee knock. And Akira Wright got himself a goal, so a bit of an eventful one. We then beat Rakow on TV, 2-0. Akira Wright and Bruno Oliveira with a goal. Bruno Oliveira finding his way into the team as a result of various injuries and mishaps. Goal on his debut though, so good work from him. And then into the final game, the last game we played was against Arka. 1-1 draw. Mason Bennett with a goal, and things looking generally okay. So today we play Wisla Plock. It's not been uneventful, this game, as things are going a little bit of a slowdown. So that's going to be interesting. I may have to go back and fix that in a second if it doesn't get better, because I cannot have slowing down what I'm doing. We'll see what happens. Let's see what happens. Okay, so lost complete track of what we're doing there. So Holovnia and Stiglec are both out injured. Holovnia has picked up a sports hernia, which is going to put him out now for 2 to 3 weeks. So he's going to miss quite a lot of what's left of the postseason. Dino Stiglec is out for 7 days to 2 weeks with broken ribs still. So he's going to miss some of the postseason too, which means obviously a really good time for both of our left backs to be injured, and that's why Piacek is starting today's game. I don't think we've seen Piacek before. He played one game in the league. I don't know if we showed it or not. It says one game in the league. That's probably for Slask 2. He's played 2 games for us yet. I don't know if you've seen him play before, Marcel Piacek. Either way, he's one of our youngsters who's rated as having decent potential. He's an under-19 international. He's been with us for a while. He could turn into a decent player, so we'll see how that goes. And obviously, usually as backup for whoever is playing, Stiglec or Holovnia, I have a left back on the bench. So I've still got one on the bench because we have this guy Kalinski who might turn something good, might not turn something good. We don't know. We're not sure. We'll find out. But he has made the bench just to fill that spot too. So that being said, our team is still fairly familiar. It is Kushak, Dankowski, Racic, Puerto, Piacek, Longstaff, Ledley, Bennett, Gaska, Placheta and Wright, with Fredchen, Schwerman, Masonda, Levy, Jankovic, Zivilic, Slattery, Kalinski and Vincent on the bench. Levy is on the bench, by the way, because there was an injury to the man Simon Schubik, which I should probably tell you about there. 2 to 3 weeks out, picked up pulled knee ligaments in training. He's going to miss a few weeks of the season. So, yeah, time for Erin Levy to start repaying some faith in him, and we'll see how that goes. So, I'm going to take a second to figure out why this is slowing down, and then I'm going to come back because I can't get through games with it slowing down. So, back in a tick. Right, I'm pretty sure I've fixed the gremlins. Pretty sure. Let's see what happens in this game now. No big names in this team, I don't think. Pretty sure we've played Wisla Plock on the series before. I think I remember looking at Ricardinho, thinking it was the good Ricardinho, and it was not the good. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. The guy who's been around and played everywhere, but keeps coming back to Poland. That's the guy. Right. Yeah. The thing popped up on the stats was this guy Ergia apparently has just a ridiculous number of headers, 173 or something this season, which I'm guessing is good for a defender. I never played as a defender, so I don't know how many headers are good for a defender. We'll find out. Yeah. Important to know, by the way, before we get into the game, we can't win the league today, despite having 2 games left and being 5 points clear, because obviously we've got to then play another 7 games, I think, to finish the season off against the top 8 sides. However, if we beat Wisla Plock today, they could be in trouble, because you need to be in the top 8 positions to be in the championship group. Obviously, if we beat them, then they go into the last game of the season, needing to hope that Pogon don't win their game, or Lecce, because obviously it's 1-1 at the moment, and it's a draw in the game at the moment, which is why that's showing as them having 44 points. They have 43 going into the game. If we beat them, they're very susceptible to both Pogon and Lecce, and I believe Pogon and Lecce only have to play teams that are below them in the league. So, yeah, this could be an interesting one for them. Could be an interesting one for us as well. I mean, the points still count. It's not like we can take the foot off the pedal knowing we're in the championship group and start putting out youngsters and kind of getting people experience, because if we do that, then we're dropping points. These points still count in the championship group. So it's still really important that we keep the pressure on, we keep playing, and we'll see what happens. Makajev, Ariga forward to Ricardinho, the fake Ricardinho. Longstaff gets a header in though, and still some early pressure though. I'm not sure I like it. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell them to get creative really early on, because I want to get a goal early. I want to get us kind of, starting on the right foot. So Kiev right gets the ball to Bennett. It's still a little bit laggy. I apologise. I'm not sure how I fix that, because it's just being a pain. Gaska with a shot from miles out, and it goes wide. Hopefully something in the system memory will clear up and figure out what's going on, because I don't have any idea right now. See if we can speed this up. Corner, Joe Ledley's going to whip it in now. Good ball over, finds right at the back post, and Akira Wright gets his 16th goal of the season, and that is pretty magical, if I'm honest. This is the 3rd video I've recorded today. I recorded a video for a new series as well, because I have a lot of time on my hands. Way more tiring than you'd think doing this as a full-time job. Way more tiring. I don't know why I've chosen to do this. But hey, I've got to do something with my time, so it's going to be this. Dankowski has gone himself a corner to whip in there. Thought he was going to find Wright on the back post. Wright's just kind of let it go over his head, picked it up wide, ball into Mason Bennett. Mason Bennett can do something from here, I expect. Maybe not. Wright back to Longstaff. Longstaff whips the ball over. Finds Dankowski on the edge of the box. Into Gaska. Gaska has a pop from just outside the box, and it's just gone over the bar. And things are looking positive-ish. Let's demand more, because more goals means more goals. I feel bad for Plock if I end up condemning them to being in the bottom half of the table when the league splits, but also we've got to look after our own season. We're still chasing that Champions League spot, and that's absolutely the most important thing for us at this stage, because we're trying to build a legacy here, and we can't do that without Champions League football. So Rakic, Dankowski, let's get the ball forward. Joe Ledley back to Rakic, plenty of time. Dankowski back to Rakic. I'm still loving this little tippy-tappy possession style of football we're playing. Joe Ledley with a ball to Puerto, just toying with them really. We are just messing with them. We are a better side, both on paper and in reality. Placheta to Ledley, ball forward. I thought he was going to find the young lad Piacek on the left wing, but the overlap was not going to happen. And now they're through. Novak breaks clear of our defence. Someone's got to stop him. They can't. They've equalised. Olaf Novak, his 11th goal of the season. Damien Rasak's giving him the assist there. It's not ideal. It's not ideal. There was an awful missed header there. We're going to see it again because that's what we do. That header there, Puerto should have got his head onto it. He didn't. And slips it past Kushak. It was good finish, but there was no pressure at all. And that's made things awkward now. But hey, we're still seeing plenty of the ball. Dankowski's got it now. Ledley, I really want to see. I really want to start bringing in some youngsters as soon as we seal up the title. I think the last couple of games of the season we're just going to look at the best potential players, just to see what they've got to offer. We'll probably lose the last couple of games because we're doing it, but I just want to see who has the highest potential in the team and see if they can contribute anything going forward to next season. Obviously, in the transfer window, I'm going to have to make some decisions about who stays, who goes, where we need to strengthen, who we need to develop. That's a very, very close. Kushak, I think, got his hand to it. We've given them a corner. Yeah, a chance to look at some youngsters would be good. Svoch, ball in. Oh, they've got the ball. Just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. Bennett blocked it. Puerto puts it out for a corner. Pressure temporarily relieved, but it's hard to say how long the pressure's going to be off for. Svoch, this is a team literally fighting for their season right now. They know, essentially, a point is or should be good enough to save them. I said that goal difference is still in the minuses, as opposed to the teams below them. A win for sure keeps them safe. I mean, they might still finish bottom of the championship group because I suspect all of the other teams above them will still beat them. But you know, it's money at the end of the day. It comes down to money. There's some good prize money for being in that top 8 for the standard of the league, so they've got to hope they can do something with it. I'm going to do another get creative shout because it seems to do something. Longstaff have started to rain now. Rakic, it'll be very interesting to see what we can do. Oh, Racic's got his pocket picked and Novak's through again. So we just can't figure out that we shouldn't be giving him the ball. It's not been a great defensive performance at all today. Not even slightly good, to be honest. But we'll have to see if we can make the best of this somehow, because I just don't know what to do from here. We've inspired the team, that's good. We're just dominating them on all the stats except the one that actually counts, and that's what's worrying. Gasker's not having a great game. I think maybe we're going to have to take Gasker. Oh, he's motivated now. Alright. Let's take off Puerto. Let's have a look at Fredson, because I don't think we've seen him play much at all. And Puerto's not having the best game of his career, so maybe that's going to inspire confidence in the guys around him. Piacek is apprehensive, but that is to be expected because, well, frankly, he's only played twice up until this point, and this is starting to matter. Placetta's starting to have a bad game too. I don't like the idea of Placetta having a bad game particularly. Masonda can come on there. I think he has to play as an inside forward on that side, doesn't he? Yeah, why not? Inside forward, better on support or attack. Let's put him on attack because we need someone to actually go and try and get some goals. I think Gasker's not playing in his best position either. Again, let's try and get a goal out of Gasker. He might be the next man off the field, but you know, trying to get something out of him, that's the important thing here. Just anything out of him, ideally. Ambroshevitz now, I've got the ball on the left wing. Masonda, first look at Masonda in a while. What can he do? He's cut inside already, maybe cut inside a tad too early if I'm honest, but Gasker's coming through as well, so essentially 3 men up front right now. Gasker, ball out to Dankowski, finds Mason Bennett on the other side. Back into Dankowski, good cross in. Akirev right, heads it home, but I think he was offside there if I'm honest. We're going to go to the VAR. I think he was offside. If I'm absolutely honest like this, I'm very certain he was offside. And the video referee didn't even run to the TV to find that out. wasted times. Okay, making another sub. We're going to bring off Damien Gasker. Aaron Levy is the recommended sub. I guess I can see why he would be. You can engage because I don't know what that does, but apparently it's what you're best at. And yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, if we can produce a goal, that would be ideal. We don't need the win, particularly. We just need to keep picking up points. But it's worrying that our form is starting to dip towards the back end of the season when we definitely will need it. I was going to say, I'm hoping Levy's not the one trying to chase down that ball because he has got the turning circle of an oil tanker. Mason Bennett has broken through though. If you can get a ball through to Akira right on side, might see a goal. Oh, there's just too many defenders around him. Rakic though steps up to win the ball. Rasak, Longstaff. Oh, come on, someone take the ball off and get it forward. But no, Novak is going to go through again. And we could be about to get punished here because we've done some horrendous defending further up the field, and Kushak has saved us entirely. After the last episode where I was starting to worry if Kushak had gone blind, it's it's very, very important we don't lose because of form. I'll accept a draw, but losing would be a bit of a disaster as Adamczyk picks the ball up on the flank. And Ledley's just kind of stood in the way and let it go out for a throw-in, and that could be the last major action of the game. But it's not, is it? It's not going to be. They're going to score a goal. You can feel it. If you can't feel it, you've not played FM long enough. Levy's picked up the ball. He's supposed to be a creative player, and he has found Akira Wright. Akira Wright might be tired, though. He might not be able to do necessarily anything with this. He's got a couple of men free with him, but she needs to find one. Joe Ledley was probably not the creative force he needed to find there. Levy, though, on the outside of the box. Aaron Levy, first goal of the season, first goal for the club. He's absolutely battered that home. Absolutely battered that home. 25 yards out. And frankly, it's like you went, oh, I've done nothing else this season. Let's see if I can stake a claim for goal of the season. Ledley puts the ball across, sees him running. He's just taken one touch and walloped that into the back of the net. That, definitely a contender for our goal of the season. Absolutely a contender, and that might have just won us the game. And, oh, gotta love it. Let's have a look at the updates, just see what's going on around us. Vistelplok, like I say, is still in trouble. That's a -4 goal difference from now, so Pogon winning would drop them out. Lecce winning would drop them out. They've got to be really on form their last game of the season. We, meanwhile, have gone 6 points clear at the top, which with effectively 8 games left to play is a pretty good ratio. Let's get into the dressing room and do the team talk. Can't think of anything that needs addressing. I'm going to say that was a good win, and I'm going to say it cautiously because I don't want them to take it as overly being praised. And now we're going to play Lodz, LKS Lodz, in the next game, which hopefully will seal things. Lodz haven't got a hope of getting out of that relegation group. I think they're clear of relegation, but they haven't got a hope of getting out of that group. They are just too far behind. It's literally, there are 3 teams really that could change positions, and it's the 3 we've just gone through. Yeah, Lodz. They should be free of relegation, I think. It's hard to say at this stage. How many teams go down? Rules. How many teams go down from the relegation group? It is the bottom 3. The bottom 3 go down, so that is going to be. I thought there was only 6 teams in that group. So that, okay, they could be in danger if Arka pick up a win. They could be in danger. I'm guessing they've got one of the Sunday games they have against Jagiellonia. So they've got to pick up a win against the team 4th in the league to have any hope at all of achieving anything. Let's go to the inbox, just see what there is there we need to pick up before we go to the last game of the regular season. We've got a press conference. Let's attend that press conference. That's a good time. Expected no less. Sure, why not? That's fine. That was a beautiful goal, so we're going to say yes. How much impact do we have on did the officials have on the game? Yeah. Levy's goal was a was a good goal. I can't complain. We've officially qualified for the championship. I'd like to think we've officially been there for a while, if I'm honest. Um, I mean, we're what 17 points clear. We're what 6, 7 games from that having been an issue, but you know we'll take that for what it's worth. Anyway, let's skip forward to that next game and see if we can end the regular season on a high, get plus 60 points. Why not? So we're back with the final game of the regular season, and just give you an idea of where we stand. This is today. Obviously, there are 8 games being played at once because there are 16 teams in the league, and this is kind of important. So we're playing Lutz. They're 13th. There's nothing they can do about it. Big interesting games though. Rakow and ChasingLamely are 6 points behind us, both teams, in second and third. If they draw and we win, obviously we get 8 points ahead. One of them wins, they can keep us honest. But the big thing here as well is that Jagiellonia are also on 52 points, they're also 6 points behind us. They're playing Piast, who are bottom of the league, and frankly, completely hopeless at this point. So, yeah, could be interesting. The other big headlines of the day are Wisla Plock, as we mentioned in the last game. They're playing Krakow, who are 5th. If they lose, and Pogon can beat Lecce, who are 10th, just below them. In fact, frankly, if Wisla Plock lose, and Pogon and Lecce don't draw, they're dropping into the relegation zone. That's pretty much all that matters. So a bit of a day for us now. Let's let's see what happens. Obviously, Hlavnia and Stiglitz are still out. They've got Guy unregistered. Interesting. They've got 3 injuries. Things are looking okay for them too. So, I know I said I wasn't going to change anything, bring any youngsters, rest them, or blah blah blah. Then it occurred to me there's still 7 games left. This game is largely a write-off for us because we should beat Lutz easily. So I've made 3 changes. Zivilic and Jankovic come into the centre of midfield, replacing Ledley and Longstaff. Ledley I didn't want to get booked for no good reason. Longstaff just wanted to give him a bit of a rest. I know he doesn't need one, but I wanted to give him one anyway. And Slattery has come in for Gaska because Slattery is now a better player than Gaska. He also doesn't tire out as easily. Gaska, we don't, he has a stamina of 10. Slattery has a stamina of 12. Gaska goes missing towards the end of games, so I wanted to give Slattery a chance to show me he could do it because he might just be able to stake a claim for that. He is definitely building up to be a decent player. So having a determination of 1. Interesting. So let's see how it goes. Israel Puerto is going to be the captain today, apparently. Those are the only changes from the last game, so there's no point going through an entire team sheet with you for, 3 changes. Let's see what we've got here. Anyone who immediately stands out. This guy, Guima, feels like he's probably important. He's played for Sporting Lisbon, so probably was a decent player at some stage. Otherwise, no one there that jumps out as being a danger man. Their top scorer. There's the top scorer icon, right? Top goal scorer has 9 goals, and he's a defensive midfielder. Tells you a lot about their season, doesn't it? An awful lot about their season. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Let's get into the dressing room and see if we can inspire some confidence. I say we. Svoboda is going to try and inspire some confidence because I don't do team talks. Because it's too much of a gamble for my liking. Let's get into the game early. Let's show some passion early on. Because I think that's going to be important. Some passion to get us through this one. And if that doesn't work, then we'll just yell get creative as soon as we possibly can. Volsky's got a corner from though. Jonski. Oh, Jonski has got an early goal for them. That beard too. What is that neck beard thing? That's majestically bad. just majestically awful facial hair. Anyway, Volsky into Jonski. Jonshi? I don't know how you pronounce that. That's fine. Okay, guys, let's get creative now, please. Jankovic looks uninterested, which is not something I want. Slattery doesn't look particularly enthused either, which is again not what we want. We need Slattery to claim his place. We need Jankovic just to get fit and prove himself worthy of where he's been sat on the bench, if I'm honest. Let's do a no pressure. See if we can relieve that nervousness. Uninterested, more uninterested. Brilliant. That worked out an absolute treat for us. This is going to be a long, hard slog. Just didn't need it to be that difficult today. Did not need it to be that difficult. It's a nice, easy, straightforward victory. On the plus side, we could be saving lots by playing like this. So that's a thing. Prove a damn point. That's something you need to do. Prove a point. Let's try showing some passion now, shall we? Volsky's picked up a knock. That's probably ideal for us, not for him. He's going to hate that. Piaszek. Got to admit, not massively impressed with Piaszek at left back. I know he's a youngster with potential, but he needs to do more. Puerto's absolutely sent us down the river again. Oh, he's supposed to be the captain. He's just made 2 terrible mistakes in 2 games now and just cost us goals. That's absolutely appalling. Like, what was he even thinking here? Ball comes loose. Just literally hook it anywhere. Don't try a little backheely, control-y thing. Just hook it literally anywhere. Literally anywhere, and you've stopped that happening. Absolutely unnecessary. Unnecessary stuff. Zivalic on the left wing with the throw-in. Mason Bennett's picked up Zivalic now. Chance to impress. Slattery with a chance to impress. Doesn't do it. Bennett, anyone want to take an opportunity to impress here? Right, to Placetta. Oh, 9 times out of 10 he buries that. And somehow it's all going wrong in the rain. At home. And that's not okay. Dankowski's got a corner though. Can he produce something from this? He whips it over. For Akira right. Keeper tips it over, and that's going to be another corner. We've got to do better, guys. We've got to do better than this. Dankowski, let's have another one. Ball over the top. Akira right, can you do better with this time? Closer to the post. We're piling on the pressure. They've made another excellent save. There's got to be more we can do with this, guys. Got to be more we can do. Dankowski with a corner again. Whips it in. Aiming for right. Doesn't do anything with it. Rakic has picked it up. Not a place you want a centre-half to be, on the wing there trying to create something. It's gone for a throw-in. That's probably going to relieve the pressure from them from a little bit. We need to push forward now. Zivalic with a throw-in. Dankowski just to get a ball in fast. Zivalic gets it in. Placetta. Oh, Jankovic now. Come on, someone get it forward. Mason Bennett to Akira right. Akira right finished it with his head, and that's his 17th goal of the season. Thank God for that. I was starting to get a little bit worried, I'm not going to lie. 17th goal of the season. I don't think we had any goals in yesterday. Zivalic to Bennett. Bennett and Wright managed to combine. Wright leapt like a salmon there to get that one in, didn't he? And now we need to see if we can get ourselves back into absolutely dominating on stats again. We just can't find the win. The push forward seems to have done something. Jankovic, Rakic and Slattery just won't respond to anything they're being told today. I'm going to take off Piaszek because he's having an awful game. We'll have a look at this guy, Kalinski. I know we need goals, and therefore substituting your left back isn't necessarily a priority. But also, I've got to figure something out. So I did that. It'll either work or it won't. Just need to show up and perform is the ideal here. Let's get creative again and see what we can do. Does that inspire? It does inspire. Placetta is doing absolutely nothing today, which is definitely a concern because Placetta is usually a reliable guy to produce things, but Gaska's going to... Oh, it's going to be a Polish under 22. Of course there does. I've just taken one off. Okay, that means I don't have an option for replacing him, which is absolutely criminal. I don't have any on the bench either. So I guess Placetta is staying on. Didn't think that through, did I? Didn't know long-term planning from me. Let's try getting creative again. I need to get some goals out of this team. Mason Bennett, he can come off for Masonda. Why not? And I'm going to throw... Yes, I feel like Joe Ledley will create more. Throw Joe Ledley on there. He is much more of a creative force for us. Longstaff is very good at winning the ball. He's very good at distributing the ball. He's not good with creating as such. And it's going to come to nothing anyway. That's absolutely atrocious. That is an atrocious performance. I didn't want to lose today. Literally a draw. I'd have taken a draw. A loss helps nothing. Let's see how the day is shaken out. Rakow and Jagiellonia have won. We are only 3 points clear going to this one, and lots have climbed to 12th in the table. Which, worrying. Wisla Plock have escaped though. They've escaped by the skin of their teeth, which means they picked up a win today, isn't it? They did. They beat Cracovia, so that is good for them. We've got a clear separation of what's going on, and now we can get into that back end of the season where we get to find out if we can in fact hold on to our narrow lead despite the awful form we're in, and get ourselves the league title. There you go. You can see the championship group there. I believe it will release the fixtures to tell us what's happening now. It should do. Let's do a quick press conference first. Sure, let's praise the chairman. He hasn't been helping me at all this last week, but we'll praise him anyway. It's very frustrating to come with a point. I mean, in fairness, I made a decision based on Ledley's been better. I don't remember seeing any technology at all in that game, correct me if I'm wrong. 3 games picked for TV though, so that's going to help with the finances. The finances, by the way, I haven't shown the finances in a while because we're in some trouble. The projection for the end of the season will be 1.6 million down, which conveniently is also the prize for winning the championship group. As I recall, it's not even the prize for winning the championship group. Oh God. Be some players sold in the summer. You can feel it already. Let's see what the schedule looks like for the back end of the season. Let's see who we're playing and when. Next game is on the Saturday against Cracovia, then Wisla Plock again, who we should hopefully do better against next time. Gornik, who we've had a good record against this season, I believe. Zaklebi, again, we've had a good record against them. Rakow, Legia and Jagiellonia. No one there I think I class as being a bogey team, unless I'm missing something. No, we've got a fairly good record. Gornik, Zaklebi, Lecce. I think I've got a feeling Lecce might be our bogey team. I was beating them. It could go either way. This could go either way. Jagiellonia, we've lost once. We've lost twice to Jagiellonia, so they're going to be our bogey team, and conveniently we play them on the last day of the season. So that's good times. Right. Having done that, guys, I think that's time to call it a day for now. So, thanks very much for watching. I will get literally we'll do the next 2 episodes in the next video because it's a new phase of the season. Let's give it the appropriate. And yeah, so thanks very much for watching, guys. I'm so tired. It's like 4 AM, 5 AM I'm recording this now because I've been doing this all day. I wanted to get this video done and edited before I wake up again so I can post it, so I can go out, you know. It's an obvious process. I'm just waffling now. Good work. Whole bunch of social media down there. Feel free to give me a follow, say hi, whatever. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell. There's going to be so much content coming out. Like, I'm just recording mountains of content this week. There's going to be some experiments I'm going to record. There's going to be probably some more Motorsport Manager. There's probably going to be some City Skylines coming out because I've been dying to that for ages and just haven't had the time to sit and do it. So we're going to give that a go, see if we can make that work. Either way, more content, more stuff, more fun, more happiness, more times. let's meet again and we'll do that. Until next time, guys, I've been Chasing Lamely. Alexa's getting involved now. Until next time, guys, I've been Chasing Lamely. Until next time, I've been Chasing Lamely. Have a good one. Alexa's just trolling me now. Just trolling me. See you later.